What up, y'all? What is going on? Welcome back.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Okay, y'all. So listen, I don't know if y'all heard of this already, but there's a such thing called the 1866 Reconstruction Treaty. Okay? So what that is, y'all, listen. So the 1866 treaty was a treaty established against the Creek Nation, which was 5 tribes, y'all. 5 Indian native tribes, okay? That was here on the U.S. And the area actually was, to be exact, was like around Florida, Mississippi, all around Louisiana, New Orleans, all around that little area, okay? And they had pretty much jurisdiction. They was over there already. And before Columbus came. Now, I don't know if anybody actually read Columbus' letter.
Letters? What letters?
But he did put a letter out that we could talk about later. But anyways, and he had the letter crazy. Because it tell you that he ain't discovered because they was already there. But these nations was already there. And at the time, they owned a lot of black slaves, y'all. Okay? These Indians owned a lot of black slaves, which they referred to as freemen. Okay? They referred to them as freemen.
Keep that in mind.
Yep, keep that in mind. So, now, these tribes, okay, these tribes was there established already. A lot of the racicity and slavery was going on at the time. Okay? Remember, this is in the late 1800s, mid-1800s, okay? When this is happening. So when you have the slaves running from to freedom and they coming through territories of the natives depending on what the natives own, they might either capture them, enslave them, sell them, or some of the tribes might be, peaceful and just be like, come on.
Right.
Come with us. Y'all just stay with us.
Right.
And let them live among them. And they interbreed together. Okay? So, now, what this Reconstruction Treaty is about. This Reconstruction Treaty of 1866 was established last year in 2022. Okay?
Keep that in mind.
So if that was established last year, what the Reconstruction was, it was a meeting of all the 5 tribes, actual descendant of the freemen, which is U.S. Congresswoman Maxine Waters from the state of California. Okay.
Been in office for.
Yep, she's a descendant of a freeman.
And she been in office for like
since
32 years, long time.
Since 91, she been in office. So yeah, she been in there for a long time. So now they got her there. They got the Indian affairs there that govern a lot of the, like the Dowrow, which is the registry for who is a native and who has the right to this land.
Claim to be a native.
Yeah, to claim that, you know what I'm saying, etc. So, because based on that treaty, right, that 1866 treaty was between the native tribe, the Creek Nation, 5 tribes, and the United States.
So who's the 5 tribes?
The 5 tribes was, y'all gotta look them up because I ain't gonna pronounce all their names correctly.
I can't pronounce it.
I know. It was the Millies, the Cherokees, the Musquogis or something, and it was... I can't even think. No, their names is kind of, the other 2 names kind of a little difficult for me to pronounce. But look it up.
Look it up.
So now the treaty was based on the United States saying, okay, we're going to come in and make a treaty because they was trying to, of course, claim territory and say, oh, we'll buy this land. Let us buy this much of the land of y'all left side or all y'all, so let us get that. And you know what I'm saying? And we're going to reserve that for the treaty, since the treaty was about abolishing slavery as well. So that the Indians was to abolish slavery, everybody was to abolish slavery. Okay, at this time. So slavery was to be abolished. This was a part of the treaty so that nobody's a slave, all the freemen go, and the freemen has all rights as to y'all. As the nation, as the Creek Nations and everybody else, right? So at that time, when they bought the land for 15 cents an acre.
That's crazy.
Right.
WTF to that?
That's come on now,
crazy.
y'all know already. That sounds like a one-up.
It's a scam. Another scam. You can't believe them.
It definitely is.
If y'all know, you know. But anyways, they bought it for 15 cents. They established this treaty amongst all those tribes and told them in that treaty that, you know, that land would be for, you know, the freemen and the other Indians that come about that, you know, lost their houses and homes due to the war.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Due to the war that was caused, you know, and we apologize and we gonna, you know, reserve that for them since we kind of did some bull.
Sorry, not helping.
Right. Right.
So anyways, right.
Knowing
they did, right. So as they did this though, right, y'all, as they did this, they established that land. They got the United States had that land or whatever. They let the rest of the nations keep they, you know what I'm saying, they reserves and whatnot. And the whole time though, the freemen who were the blacks who were captive, part of the treaty was to let them be free. So the ones that was free from the south running to the north still had, you know, hard times because you had 4 of the tribes who wasn't really kind of really intertwined with them. The Cherokee have. But this happened in the last year treaty since things been going on, right? And they've been free. The freeman was entitled to everything and every right all the tribes was.
Exactly.
But now we come to this day and the Reconstruction Treaty is about, which what happened took place last year, which they all met, a whole bunch of leaders of this, and they went over the treaty. They did a reconstruction of the treaty and said, let's discuss this issue because it's you know, it's something that should have been discussed. Think about it, y'all.
And the freemen ain't been getting
The freemen,
same.
yeah.
They ain't been getting the same
Treatment, rights, none of that. So, and then you had U.S., like I said, Maxine Waters speak first. Well, she didn't speak first. Yeah, I think one of the Indian Affairs agents or some speak first, and then she spoke second or whatever. And she spoke on the behalf of the freemen. Y'all, so y'all go check it out and see what she said.
People.
She spoke on that. And even on I think sometime, not too long ago when they had that little emergency thing, a little day after that, some around Obama
when our phones went off.
Yeah, that emergency alert. Biden did a proclamation, which is an announcement on Indigenous Day, on calling that Indigenous Day instead of recognizing it just as Columbus Day. Okay? So he did do that.
Because he never discovered.
So he feel like he made a big accomplishment by doing that too, but saying he's the first president to make, you know, it's Indigenous Day or something.
But some states already
claimed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really ain't. But yeah. But at the same time though, y'all, now, like I said, it's a thing that's called the Dowrow. That is a registry for who's entitled to these rights. Okay, the Reconstruction Treaty was about who's entitled to these rights. And the Cherokee tribe did confess and say they have agreed to the Treaty of the United States and upheld their end and said that that any freeman based on the treaty have the same rights and they accept them into their registry. To be and claim they are Cherokee. So what the Constitution said based on each nation's constitution, because you gotta understand each state has their own individual constitution in the federal has their constitution. Right. Each one's pretty much the same, but the Constitution, I guess, was somewhat amended in theirs where it said you had to be by blood. You had to be by blood a freeman, a descendant of their tribe.
Of the Cherokee tribe.
Of any of their tribes. The Cherokee was cool. The Cherokee tribe was cool. The other 4 said that. Other 4 said you gotta be by blood. So the other 4, Cherokee tribe was the only one that accepted the freemen as of today in a registry.
Now y'all keep in mind who the freeman is.
Yep, the Cherokee tribe. So a lot of people, you don't hear a lot of black people say they Cherokee and freeman, but the Cherokee tribe has. But now the other 4 tribes have not. You know what I'm saying? And they all giving a statement, y'all, on this Reconstruction Treaty. So go read it. And they saying how they feel about the situation regarding with the freemen and what it is with the United States based on the treaty. The Cherokee tribe, like, you know, we feel like, you know, we felt like we made a treaty, so we kind of obliged to it.
Right.
And then you know, I think the next treaty was the Seminoles. They was like the Seminoles. They said no. The United States was bogus. That treaty wasn't right.
Right. To start with.
That treaty wasn't right. That treaty wasn't right. That was enough. 15 cents was enough. Wasn't even enough to buy a hat in our day. So that wasn't right. They did it one up. That treaty wasn't right. We feel like, you know what I'm saying, whoopty whoop. And then you had another tribe saying like, no, we feel like the freemen has nothing to do with us. Why was we talking about the rights of the freemen? We supposed to talk about a whole tribe, a whole nation,
right?
And like us, like
because the freemen ain't even a tribe, right?
They was kind of just there. They was the slaves.
Right.
They were they slaves, and they were selling the slaves. Because you gotta understand, back then you had black slaves, other tribes capturing other villages, and tribes kept selling slaves to the Europeans for arms, guns, for this and that. Yes, it was a business. And you had multiple people capturing and trading. It was a trade game.
Yeah.
So I mean,
your skin color had other people in this skin color in slavery.
It was just crazy. And like I said, y'all gotta go read it. Go read the treaty, the Reconstruction Treaty that happened July 2022. Go read it. It's crazy because you see what's going on, and there is plans in effect. They trying to make plans for the people that is by law, them tribes that has those rights, and that was freemen to get, you know what I'm saying, whatever they need,
right? Monthly.
Money, benefits, whatever they trying to do a lot. They trying to do something, but if y'all ain't aware what's going on, you ain't gonna know how to proceed.
Right.
So once again, to bring this to y'all awareness, go read it.
Definitely go read it, because a lot of y'all might be entitled to some funds.
Exactly.
That could change your life around.
Exactly. And they even said the U.S. Supreme Court was like, that's unconstitutional, that you don't have to be by blood. And whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And you know what I'm saying? Because it said in the Constitution, in the treaty, in the 1866 treaty, that they was entitled, all of them was entitled, and they descendants. So that was say, y'all go read the 1866 treaty first.
And descendants, because the descendants.
Right, and then read the Reconstruction of the 1866 treaty, which will happen in 2022.
Yeah. Definitely read
because you could have some remedy coming. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of remedy. It's supposed to be established. Think about, you know what I'm saying, what the present natives have now in their own land reserves and, you know, and whatnot. But at the same time, they also stating in there that this is not to feud any between the natives and the black and the freemen. You know what I'm saying? This is just to come to a conclusion so we can resolve this issue that should have been resolved.
Oh my God.
Which is kind of them taking to some consideration. But you know, we always think when we know something, we just always feel like it's gonna be some. We always gotta have our antennas raised just because we know how the government do. But at the same time, y'all just know that and read that.
Read.
But on that note, y'all.
No lie. But yeah.
Hey, that's where they put everything in the books. Everything you want to know.
Something, a Bible scripture that say that?
If you know it, put it in the comments. That scripture she talking about.
Yeah, if you know it, put it in the comments. I know one of y'all know it.
But no, for real, you gotta read. The information in the book. You should think about back then in slavery, they weren't reading though. Man, I've been reading so many books. A lot of books I've been reading has been from that 1800s, 1700s, 1500s. So you know the
but
black
they
people
didn't
wasn't
allow
reading.
them to read either. But that was why, because they was manipulating them the whole time.
That's why I say you got to read the letter from Columbus.
Right, they never knew.
He even said himself.
And then when you did
said
get caught
himself.
reading, they like cut your
Yeah,
hands off.
exactly.
Or cut, like,
man, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to take your eyeballs out.
yeah, take your eyeballs. Like, that's crazy though. Like,
Right.
so now we have the opportunity to read. We should read.
Most definitely.
Read is very vital.
Yes.
But yeah.
But yeah, y'all.
Get out of here.
We finna get up out of here. So, oh, I like this outfit.
Thank you.
But y'all, we gone. We'll holla at y'all. We'll catch y'all in another one again. We out.
Peace.